Welcome to this explainer. So let's be honest for a second. If you've ever found yourself just staring at a blinking cursor in an AI chat window, wondering what on earth you're actually supposed to type to get a decent result, you are absolutely not alone. The whole trial and error approach to prompt engineering, it can be incredibly frustrating. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. But today, we're going to totally demystify AI for you. We're going to prove that almost all of those complex use cases you hear about actually boil down to just 6 foundational patterns. And the best part? You can easily master them today. Here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. We'll cover the 6 core AI patterns, how to transform existing text, extracting and organizing your data, generating reliable net new content, and finally, chaining those individual tasks together to build powerful workflows. All right, let's jump right into section 1, the 6 AI patterns, which is essentially your brand new prompting toolkit. There are 6 core task types that make up almost all AI workflows: rewriting, extracting, classifying, clustering, summarizing, and generating. What's so incredibly empowering about this specific list is that these 6 operations are the hidden engine running behind most practical, real-world AI use cases. You really don't need to memorize 1,000 different prompt tags. You literally just need to recognize these patterns. Once you do, writing highly effective prompts and combining them into smarter workflows just becomes second nature. Moving right along to section 2, let's talk about transforming your existing text through rewriting and summarizing. First up is rewriting. Now, rewriting simply means producing text with the exact same meaning, but delivered in a completely different form. This is a highly reliable pattern because the original meaning of your text is preserved. You aren't asking the AI to invent anything out of thin air. You'd use this when you need to, say, simplify a dense technical document, correct the grammar in a rough draft, translate a piece of text to a new language, or maybe even expand on some really brief shorthand notes you jotted down during a meeting. But here's the absolutely crucial point. It all comes down to how you instruct the model. To get the best possible results, your prompt needs to specifically name the target style, or the target reading level you actually want to achieve. Giving it a vague instruction like, hey, make this sound better, well, that just leaves way too much to chance. Instead, you want to be incredibly direct. Tell the AI exactly who the audience is and what the tone should be. Next up, we have summarizing, which is a tool all about condensing long text down to its absolute key points. Let me tell you, this pattern is a massive time saver. You can use it to target a single, incredibly dense paragraph just to make it readable, or you could pull out one single main takeaway from a 40-page corporate report. You can even use it to merge multiple, entirely different documents into one cohesive overview. You can expertly tune a summary by defining its length and its focus right there in your prompt. Don't just ask for a generic summary. Ask for a 2-paragraph summary focusing specifically on financial risks. And a really brilliant use case here is merging 2 different sources. Imagine taking Alan's meeting notes and Bernice's meeting notes and asking the AI to combine them into one single deduplicated summary. That is immediate, real-world value right there. Okay, let's dive into section 3, extracting and organizing data. This is all about precision and grouping. Extracting acts remarkably like a targeted magnet. It pulls out exact details, things like specific names, vital dates, immediate action items, or rigid data fields, right out of a dense, totally unstructured block of text. Imagine having a messy, hour-long call transcript, and you only need the commitments people actually made. Extracting is exactly the pattern you use for that. For extracting to work flawlessly, the guidance is incredibly simple but absolutely essential. Name exactly which fields or items you want the model to find. Seriously, if you leave it open-ended, the AI is just going to guess. But if you specify, extract the deadline date, the project lead, and the total budget, the AI knows exactly what its targets are. No guesswork involved. Now, it's vital to understand the distinction between our 2 main organizing tools, classifying and clustering. Classifying uses predefined buckets. You tell the AI the categories in advance, like sorting a bunch of customer reviews into positive, neutral, or negative sentiment. Clustering, on the flip side, lets the AI infer the groups when the categories aren't known in advance. It essentially acts as a detective, looking for similarities and themes entirely on its own. To get the most out of these tools, you've got to set the AI up for success. Always clearly define your categories and provide concrete examples when classifying. Showing the AI a solid example of a neutral review helps it categorize all future reviews accurately. On the other hand, lean on clustering when you're exploring completely unknown data and you want the AI to tell you what natural groupings or hidden themes actually exist in there.
Let's transition into Section 4, generating reliable content or creating net new text.
Generating is the creation of entirely new text. Let's be real, when most people think of AI, this is the exact pattern they picture in their heads. It covers everything from drafting fresh marketing copy and writing introductory emails to creating 5 multiple choice quiz questions based on a study guide. It's the engine of creation. But the absolute secret sauce here is structure. To generate reliable text, you must supply a skeleton, an outline, or key facts to guide the generation. Avoid giving a blank instruction at all costs. Asking an AI to just write a blog post about technology is practically a recipe for disaster. Supplying those key foundational facts heavily reduces the chance of the AI just going off the rails and returning completely irrelevant or fabricated content. Guardrails are your friend. It's super helpful to look at exactly how these 6 abstract patterns translate into real actionable prompts that you can go and type right now. Just look at how direct these are. Rewrite this in simple modern English for a 12-year-old, or extract all action items from the report below as a numbered list, or even classify this feedback as littering, noise, or smell. By anchoring your prompts to these highly specific tasks, you completely eliminate the guesswork. And finally, we arrive at Section 5, chaining tasks together to build full workflows. Now this right here is the big aha moment. The true magic happens when you start chaining these tasks sequentially. Chaining simply means taking the output of one pattern and feeding it directly as the input into the very next pattern. What's so incredibly exciting about this is that it's the exact architectural setup used inside many professional, highly complex AI-powered applications. And guess what? You can do it yourself, just by sequencing your prompts. You'll be amazed at how cleanly these patterns snap together in a real-world workflow. Imagine you're handed a massive, unstructured data dump. You don't just blindly ask the AI to deal with it. Instead, you chain the patterns. Step 1, you first extract the key facts. Step 2, you feed those newly extracted facts into a brand new prompt to summarize them. Step 3, you use that clean, tight summary to generate a final, polished recap message. You maintain total control at every single step of the journey. So armed with this definitive toolkit of 6 foundational patterns, rewriting, extracting, classifying, clustering, summarizing, and generating, you are no longer at the mercy of a blank chat window. You now have the precise blueprint to transform text, organize messy data, and generate super reliable content. The only question left to ask yourself today is, what workflow are you going to build next?